Good afternoon and happy Tuesday, April 7th. All right, let's get our reading for today started from the Tao, page 55. One who remains rich in virtuous power. One who remains rich in virtuous power is like a newborn baby. Bees, scorpions, and venomous snakes do not bite it. The wild beasts do not attack it. Birds of prey do not sink their claws into it, though its bones are weak and muscles soft. Its grip is strong. Without knowing of the blending of male and female, he is a perfect production, the ultimate in vitality. He cries all day without getting hoarse. He is the ultimate in harmony. Understanding harmony is called the constant. Knowing the constant is called illumination. Nourishing life is called blessing. Having control of your breath is called strength. After things blossom, they decay, and this is called non-Tao. The non-Tao expires quickly. All right, there's reading from the Tao today, and thank you for joining. If you haven't joined before, this is the Self-Esteem Daily Vlog and Podcast, and yes, today we're reading from Believing in Myself, the language of letting go, and practicing the Course in Miracles. Okay. April 7th, let go and let God. 12-step program slogan. Like any other 12-step slogan, let go and let God can be twisted to justify and support just about any wrong turn we decide to take. Indeed, to abuse the truth of a slogan is very much like turning an arrow so that it points away, not toward a town. If we follow in that direction, we won't get where we were trying to go. Basically, all this slogan means is that we should not take responsibility for outcomes over which we have no control. As so many have shared over so many years, we have either to be God or let God. We have to stop trying to force results. But that doesn't mean we don't have any responsibility. We are still obliged to do everything we can to make the positive outcomes possible. It is not enough when we come to the roadblock to sit down, turn it over, and wait for God's removal crew to come along and take care of the problem. The effort and the footwork are still on our own ticket. It's only the outcome we have to let go. Letting go means taking care of my own business and not abandoning it. Wow, so what is this lesson teaching me today is that, yeah, as we sit here in this major roadblock, often for a lot of us, that means not working or taking extended time off or being with our children or getting to homeschool them. And when you come to a roadblock, yeah, instead of forcing the situation, yeah, just letting God work it out for you. All right. Those old time feelings. I still have bad days, but that's okay. I used to have bad years. All right, let's see what kind of few weeks and months this is going to be. Sometimes the old feelings creep back in. We may feel fearful, ashamed, and hopeless. We may feel not good enough, unlovable, victimized, helpless, and resentful about it all. This is codependency, a condition some describe as soul sickness. Many of us felt this way when we began recovery. Sometimes we slip back into these feelings after we've begun recovery. Sometimes there's a reason. An event may trigger these reactions, such as ending a relationship, stress, problems on the job, at home, or in friendships. Times of change can trigger these reactions. So can physical illness. Sometimes these feelings return for no reason. A return to old feelings doesn't mean we're back to square one in our recovery. They do not mean we failed at recovery. They do not mean we're in for a long, painful session of feeling badly. They just are there. The solution is the same, practicing the basics. Some of the basics are loving and trusting ourselves, detachment, dealing with feelings, giving and receiving support in the recovery community, using our affirmations, and having fun. Another basic is working the steps. Often, working the steps is how we become enabled and empowered to practice the other basics, such as detachment and self love. If the old feelings come back, know for certain there is a way that will work. Today, I will find myself in the dark pit of codependency. If I find myself in the dark pit of codependency, I will work a step to help myself climb out. All right, that's a good one too. So, as we find ourselves confronted with new situations and old ways of dealing with things, be aware that there is a choice to look at things differently, and hopefully this new next reading will touch upon that. Okay, April 7th, physical body. Jesus laid his body aside. He didn't die, his body did. To understand Jesus' purpose and finally our own, we have to first believe that life is changeless, formless, and eternal. What was the role Jesus played for us? He was the great teacher who saw not his detractors. This, too, can be our choice. He was spirit and never felt separate from the Creator. We are spirit, too, inseparate from God. These bodies we carry around, which we'll lay aside one day as Jesus did, are simply our method for communicating with other bodies we see, other bodies which are not separated from God or ourselves. It is our opportunity, like it was Jesus' opportunity, to cloak ourselves in peace, to express only forgiveness, to only see love wherever we look. We may seem impossible this may seem impossible to us right now if we aren't seeking the Holy Spirit's help. It is possible, but we can reach out now and will not be refused. Our oneness is our purpose. We'll see it. Today, I'll remember that my body is not me. It's simply my communication tool. Okay. Good readings for today, and hope everybody's feeling well, and thank you for tuning in. If you are listening in on the podcast, yeah, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel or check out some of my prior recordings. Thank you very much, folks, and see you tomorrow. Bye now.